so don't stop.
Hello, APUSHers. This is Mr. Laubach. I hope you're doing great. Thanks for joining me. In this video, we are going to get more familiar with the SAQ, or the short answer questions portion of the big test. The SAQ portion of the exam will be second and will happen right after the multiple choice portion. It will be 20% of your grade on the test, and you will answer 3 of the 4 short answer questions. So you will actually have a choice, and I'll explain that choice a little bit later. You are given 40 minutes for this section, so you will get about 13 minutes per question. Now, each question will have a part A, B, and C. For each question, you will get a total of 3 points. That is 1 point per part. So 1 point for A, 1 point for B, and 1 point for C. Remember, it is possible to get no points on part A and B, but get a point on C. So make sure you attempt to answer all 3 parts of each question. Here is what a non-stimulus-based SAQ looks like, as you can see right here. So there are the quick directions, and there's part A, part B, and part C. On the test, you can work in any order of the questions you would like. It is recommended that you work on the question that you feel most comfortable with first, and then continue in order with the question you feel the third most comfortable with being the last one that you work on. Now some essential information about the SAQ. As you can see, it's 20% of your score, 3 required SAQ responses, and again, you get a total of 40 minutes. So question 1, which is required, will include most likely 2 secondary sources as the stimulus. It will most likely be an opposing viewpoint on a historical development. Remember, it is very possible and even common for 2 legit historians to have different takes on an event in history. This will come from the time period of 1754, which is the beginning of the French and Indian War, to 1980. Again, you are required to answer question number 1. Question 2, which is also required, will include a primary source stimulus, just one primary source. This will come from the time period, again, from 1754 to 1980. You will be required to answer question 2. This primary source might be text, it might be a political cartoon, it could be a map, it could be a chart. This will test your historical thinking skills. Questions 3 and 4 are where you will have the option. Neither question will have a stimulus, and you can pick the question from, it can be either from the years 1491 to 1877, periods 1 through 6, or you can pick the question which will be from 1865 to 2001. So once again, you will have to answer question 1 and question 2, and then you will pick between one of the 2 questions, question 3 and question 4, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Now, here are the 3 steps to having success on the SAQ. And I want you to think ACE. Now, I didn't make this up, but this certainly, as the LM ACEs, fits us nicely. Step 1, directly answer the question. So establish your claim. So you're going to directly answer the question. Step 2, you are going to cite or say your reasons. Give historical evidence for your claim. This would be key terms, key people, key pieces of legislation, key phenomenons in history. Step 3 is to expand the specific factual evidence. So explain how your evidence answers the question. So for each part, you want to think ACE. Answer the question, cite your reasons, expand the specific factual information. Some important reminders and refreshers about the SAQ. Each sentence should be 2 to 4 content-rich sentences long. I would argue that you should probably go 3 to 4, but it is recommended 2 to 4. Don't be vague or too detailed. Include specific, relevant historical examples relevant to the prompt. If it is not relevant, just leave it out. Now remember, you get the point or you do not get the point for each part. So it certainly is a good idea for you to attempt every part of the 3 parts of each question. Additionally, make sure you use complete sentences. You do not need a thesis statement, and each part of the question is separate, so you don't need to transition from one part to the other. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I hope this information helps. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. You can send me an email or we can talk about it in class. Have a great remainder of your day.
Can see but you when you dance.